always changing a player, one or two of them. Now they have a solid 6 players that I know of, and hopefully it'll stay like that for the remainder of the season. So we are going to be on board first and foremost here with eLevate, as we do see Maito trying to do some work here inside mid. Once again, we have already checked out Goldman Road. We know what exactly to expect from it, and Maito there will be able to take down Jiri. He's going to be happy about that, as now they are going to be pushing in towards the north. Supreme did end up going down, but I think that eLevate, wow, eLevate is playing really passive. They have one guy actually setting, they have 2 guys actually setting down in the south, one next to A, one next to Schoolhouse. This is not something that we normally do see. Maito is still trying to go back and forth here, as he is struggling with a couple of these players from Pain, trying to push on down, will end up going down. Baki going to try and follow it up from behind, as we do see Supreme now spawning in over here next to that A site. The bomb's still up into the north, so they don't have to worry about it too much. But really, eLevate, like I said, that is a very interesting play here, being extremely passive. I mean, I'm used to seeing one player, going down to the south, but not only did they have one player going into the south, they had one actually setting up inside dorms on B, which is, like I said, very, very odd. Baki is going to try and pick up Gabrielis, and he does just that. It's a nice pickup there. It's going to be three left up and alive, and still eLevate not pushing this. So I don't know if they're giving way too much space, I feel, to Pain. Pain is definitely a good team. They're one of the better teams around right now, but Windtalk gets a nice little 2-piece there. Eventually does end up falling. But they don't need to get too scared of them. There is a difference between respect and being scared. Right now, I think eLevate's playing a little bit scared, but we do see Supreme trying to push on in. He does end up going down. That's going to leave it down to a full wipe, and now Jiri should be able to get a plant going down on top of that alpha site. And this is what I'm talking about. I mean, they waited way, way too long. They allowed Uran to spawn all 5 of their guys up into a high ground position, able to push on down into that A site. There's really nothing that you can do about that. I mean, you have to be more aggressive. You have to be more on point, and they just absolutely were not. Now we are going to be seeing Zig set up inside Schoolhouse, waiting for that eventual player to get up into Connector. He does spot him out, but not going to be able to kill his teammate. He will finish him off down below. Nice pickups there, as that was going to be Baki actually going down. And it looks like we have a little bit of a switch here. Tech having to be swapped out with Fear, or Fur, depending on how you would like to say it, but it does look like Pain will be able to get this first bomb onto the board fairly easily, I might add. I mean, that really didn't look like it was too hard for Pain to end up doing. eLevate should have been able to put up a lot better resistance than what they had of. So we do see a couple of players here from Pain just still putting on the pressure. Nice pickups there, and Zig going to be able to take down 2. This is what I'm talking about. Zig is so good in this game type. He's so much better in squad obliteration than what he was in domination, able to come out with these 1-on-2s, 1-on-3s. We've seen him being a fantastic objective player as well. He's just really coming into his own here on this particular game type, and I'm very, very excited to see him doing well in it. We do see Gabrielis now coming in over the top. Not going to be finding anybody just yet, but this is a terrible spawn trap to have to fight your way out of, and it does look like eLevate might be able to do just that. We do see a couple of players on the prowl here. Baki going to try and do some damage, and he will be able to take down Jiri. Nice play, as that is going to allow them. That's going to allow them to get a little bit more territory back from their own side of the map. Baki does have to be forced on back there. He's getting a couple of shots coming in from Schoolhouse. Supreme missing so many of those shots. Oh my god, he's got to be frustrated about that, but Maito will be following up from behind. The bomb carrier is down, which is going to be stalling us out just for a little bit, but the squad wipe does end up happening. We do see eLevate now spawning back into the south. A couple will be spawning over here towards the north, but I mean, honestly, that is not a good position for them to be in. Taking a look at the KDs, 13 total kills for eLevate. Wow, that is horrendous. They're almost doubling their kills. So they need to start stepping it up here very, very quickly. There's not a single player that is positive on the eLevate side of the board here. You do see Spawnness, nice pickup there onto Maito. So far they are locking it down and making it look easy here. Revolt spawning out a couple players inside Schoolhouse. And this just might be a 2-0 in the very first round of our very first map. And I have to say, I am extremely surprised to see this. And yes, we are going to be seeing Revolts now spotting out 2 players coming in onto that B site. And no, not going to be there in time. Nice game there. 5 minutes, 11 seconds, ending that out. Round number 1, Pain Gaming looking so dominant. And it does look like Goldman Railway was actually eLevate's pick. Wow, that is surprising. I would have figured that eLevate would have picked, well, unless it was in the ban system. I'm not really too sure what the bans look like. Alright, so here we are getting started. Let's check it out, see if anybody is going to be running into those engineer kits. We do see, wow, 3 engineer kits there for eLevate. That is, wow. No rockets are being thrown actually from eLevate, even though they have 3 Engie kits. We do see a lot of them down into the south side of the map. Only 1 player from eLevate actually pushing in towards the bomb site itself. URAN is kind of like, oh, where are they? Where'd they go? We do see 1 over here next to Rock, and it is going to be going into the favor of Jiri, picking up that kill fairly easily. More rockets are being thrown out. I'm not sure if they're trying to bring down a couple of buildings or not, or what the deal is here, but as you can see, yeah, just a lot of rockets being thrown there from eLevate. Supreme does end up going down. We do see only 1 there for URAN, which is pretty standard, pretty typical. I think what they are trying to do is bring down a couple of these buildings. Yeah, Schoolhouse should be getting brought down here fairly soon. We do see dorms getting shot out a couple of times as well. Down below, we are going to be seeing URAN, for the most part, winning out in this northern battle. And it is looking fairly good. They're just waiting on right now just whether they're going to be pushing up after a couple of kills or not. We do see a back rage coming in, though. Maito is going to be spotting out the bomb carrier, not going to be getting the frag zone just yet. Supreme also very, very low on health here, down to 15, and he gets completely wiped up. And that actually is a 3-man wipe onto eLevate. Fear is going to be in the back. We do see Wintaw pushed up fairly aggressively here, but I mean, honestly, not going to be in the best of spots to really hold off or to do anything defensively with this particular lineup. We do see Zig now pushing in with the bomb in hand. And this should be a very, very quick plant. I really don't see eLevate being able to answer back to this. The smoke has gone down. Zig will be able to get the plant successfully. No rockets coming in just yet for eLevate. And oh my god, Zig there almost picking up a 2-piece. eLevate completely missing out on that position. Spawnus does go down as well. Gabrielis gets taken out, so eLevate somehow managing to string together a couple of really good frags. Jiri will be set up, waiting for the potential push here onto the diffuser. And oh no! He missed out on those first shots, which did delay him moving. He is going to go down, but not before he did take down the diffuser. 3 players will still be up and alive here for URAN. I'm sorry, for Pain. As Revolts does end up getting taken out. The spawns are going to be coming in from main, which is very smart on URAN's part. They don't have to get too crazy here. You know, they don't have to shut the game down now. In fact, you know, they can even let eLevate take a bomb site here and be just fine. 7 minutes left. They have plenty of time here. They just need to burn it. You know, if I was in Pain's position right now, I would just burn time. I would keep the pressure up, but I would not be so focused on trying to get that bomb successfully taken that I would, you know, go in and get squad wiped or whatever it may be. So far, liking what URAN is doing. Spawnus will be able to catch Maito trying to go around for the flank. Not going to be the case, though. Taken down almost immediately, as we will be seeing now. Pretty good positioning here for Pain. Able to lock down their backyard. Nobody's going to be able to get any kind of a back flank going in. We do see Gabrielos now pushing on in towards B buildings. Fairly easy frag going down, possibly a 2-piece. Oh no, not quite. Supreme will be able to pick him up with that SG553, which we have seen quite a few different engineer kits or guns being used here since the last patch. With the wow, Spawn is dropping down to the first level, trying to be a little bit fancy there, but we have seen quite a few different engineer kits. We've seen the SG553, we've seen the AN91, we've seen ACR, of course, always being used, but some change-ups, which is pretty nice to see some different guns being used. That plant has gone down, though, as we do see Gabrielis with the revive there inside Schoolhouse, overlooking that A site, so there's really not a whole lot of places that they can push in from. Wow, that is a big rocket there from Supreme to take down Gabrielis, taking down a critical position as well. But Revolt's still going to be staying up and alive. Using that ACR with the Coyote sight. Oh, you've got to love that. Incendiaries bouncing off from the walls, but that is going to be it, as I believe that's going to be a 3-0. Yep, that is. That is going to be a 3-0. So we will be seeing Pain Gaming taking map number 1 in a fairly convincing an AUG, something like that. It's a lot easier to do damage, and then you never have to worry about being further away, or I mean, sorry, the close-in engagements, and not having a gun that's going to be well suited for it. So, pretty standard stuff so far. We are going to be seeing Pain here with a fairly aggressive push coming up to the Chinese side, which is fairly normal, I would have to say. And we do see fairly normal breakout here from eLevate. So this is all pretty much to plan. We do see eLevate, though, being a little bit more aggressive, I would say, onto the bridge. I'm liking to see that. G-Re trying to go back and forth. Not going to be getting any shots on him just yet. Has to back on up. This is going to be a 2-on-1 if, what's-his-face ever pokes out. But, oh, does look like Fear's going to be able to pick up Spawness. G-Re taking down one. Picks up a second one as well onto Supreme. Beautiful job holding down that left flank all by himself. But guess what? Baki is there, and he's going to be able to pick up the kill fairly easily. Moving the bomb all the way over here onto this 8 Alpha site. I have to say, not expecting this whatsoever. Baki is going to be able to get the plant. We see the rockets now starting to come on in. Beautiful strobe effect there onto the lighting around it, but nice plant going down right away. I have to say, did not expect this whatsoever, but eLevate is playing this completely different. They're being aggressive, whereas before, they're playing extremely passive on Goldman Railway, so I don't know if they just, they heard me talking and they got pissed off, and they're like, Brett, you are absolutely wrong, and they're here to prove me wrong, which is fine by me. I would love to see a third map, but so far, Baki's starting to heat up, and this is a guy that you have to watch out for. Baki is so darn good at times in squad obliteration. It is ridiculous, and it looks like they are going to be able to come around. Baki picking up another one, gets the eventual bomb plant and destroyed, as we are going to be saying 1-0 in favor of eLevate. Not something I expected to say whatsoever here in the first 3 minutes of this game. Maito does eventually get taken down. Fear is going to be back up on top of bridge. Now, bridge control is fairly important on this map. If you guys have never played this, this does allow you a really good advantage in terms of information. You're going to be able to spot off players from way across the map. You're going to be able to have really good spawns coming back in onto the map as well. So it's going to be very important for you to reinforce positions. So bridge control is actually a very big deal. And we'll see if if Pain is going to be able to exploit that, as they have now control of both sides of the bridge, as well as control of Long A. Now, Long A is a holdover title, actually, from Domination. This is Long A right here. But this is a very, very powerful position for the attackers, actually. And as you can see, a lot of cross shots are going to be going down. Baki trying to get some spam there on top of A. Nobody onto it just yet. The bomb carrier actually waiting. But Baki just going off on him right now. Honestly, like, 7-2 right now. He's carrying this team on his back. He's going to be making it 8-2. Looking for the bomb carrier. Pulls out the wreck here. He's going to get fancy. Misses every single one of those shots, though. But honestly, the pressure that he's putting onto this team is just fantastic. And it does look like he's going to be able to get that last kill with the bomb, basically single-handedly taking out that collection of players from Pain. Like, you know, Supreme is 0-5 right now. We have a 3-6, 2-3. If Baki gets this plant and destroy, like, honestly, he just belongs on eLevate by himself, because this is ridiculous. But he is going to be able to spot one more from afar, not able to connect onto the shots. We do see Pain now spawning back into main. Not sure if eLevate wants to go in here for the C site or not. Now, if they go for Charlie, Charlie is one of those weird sites where you want to be able to get at least 3 up in terms of bodies before you push onto C. And Baki trying to get those long-range shots, not able to find him. His teammate might actually, though. We do see Wintaw. Oh my god, Wintaw right here. Oh no! He's getting the invisible wall glitch there on those shots. Half of his bullets didn't register, unfortunately. Might have been actually a 2-piece going down. But he will end up moving the positioning here of Uran. I'm sorry, of Pain. It's going to take me a while to get used to, you guys. I'm sorry. For 2 years, these very players I've been saying on Uran. So all of a sudden them having a name change is throwing me off. That is for sure. But, yeah, Wintaw now making his way over here towards that C site. So far he's been able to get 2 kills. Now he's going to be making it a third. No, it does end up getting taken down. Would have liked to have seen maybe play a little bit passive there. Baki pulling back here onto the bridge. 5 minutes left on the clock. Again, they got plenty of time. No reason for them to get too crazy. We do see that long-range shots coming in. Rex, not the best tool for the job. But, oh my god, Supreme needs to pick it up. I don't know what Supreme's problem right now is. 0-7. I mean, the guy has to pick up some kills somewhere. Finally, Baki does get pushed from the flank. Will end up going down. Wintaw will end up picking up that bomb and moving it across the map here. But Wintaw getting shot from behind, ends up dropping it right into the middle. And overall, eLevate wasn't able really to do much of anything at all. They pretty much just stalled out there in that initial push. But need to be staying alive as much as possible. And Supreme, once again, will take him down. I really don't know what his problem is here. What's going on? I don't know if he's having like a connection issue or just an off game or what, but this is very unlike Supreme to see him going 0-8 at this moment. And if he ever heats up, you're going to be seeing definitely a different game coming out of this eLevate squad. So now we do see Wintaw trying to get some long-range shots, not able to do so. Baki able to take down Zig. Is going to be Supreme back up. Has he been able to get onto the board? One kill he has. Finally taken down Jiri. As going to be able to provide some crucial spawns for his team, but gets shot from behind. And that is really not going to be in position there for Fear to do anything at all. Baki does get taken down inside the bus. The bomb is in a prime position here to get planted on top of A. And Spawnness is going to go even further and push into their spawn, basically. As he will be able to pick up at least Wintaw. Looking in for the second one. He spots him out. Not able to get any of the shots on him just yet. But, you know, right now, Spawnness, his whole job, his whole existence there in that position is just to basically delay. That's all you're doing. You're just delaying. You're making sure that they're not going to be able to get over into a position for 45 seconds to get that defuse. That's your whole job. Does look like Gabrielos will be up top. Not going to be able to get any frags just yet. I don't know if he ran out of bullets or what, but Spawnness will be able to get the frag. And he's going to be able to pick up a second one. And he takes down the revived player as well. So fantastic job there from Spawnness. This does allow Kane to go 1-1, evening it up on the scoreboard. 2 minutes and 42 seconds left, as we will be seeing an advantage here. I would say having to go towards Pain. They have some really good map control going down. Spawnness here does get picked up on top of Bridge, but 3 players are still left up and alive from Pain. We do see the spawns that are going to be coming in here very shortly as well from Revolts. Don't know where he's going to be reinforcing at. By the way, Revolt is 11-2, Spawnness is 11-4. So those guys are definitely doing some work in terms of fragging power. Gabrielos kind of lacking a little bit, 6-4. He's struggling. He's usually one of your main fraggers on this squad. So 2 minutes left on the clock. Still lots of time. Try and go for a plant either on B or C. If you ran 1-2, they could just play for time, making sure that eLevate's not going to be able to get any more plants going down. But honestly, with the way eLevate has been playing here, I don't really see that being the case. Baki is now 15-5. He's really the only player doing much of anything at all on that squad. The rest of them just struggling to get any kind of kills going at all. In fact, every one of their players are negative. Well, except for Fear, who is now 5-4. Zig going around the long way there with the bomb. We'll see if eLevate's going to be picking up on this. Honestly, this is just a delay tactic. Zig might be able to make it over onto B in time, but there's really, no reason for him to do this other than just to waste time. Maito now pushing on up. We'll see if he's going to be able to clean out this top section of A. And yes, they have been able to do just that, which is going to be a huge help for them. But if you take a look at it right now, Zig making his way all the way over here to Bravo, pretty much uncontested. Supreme now poking around the corner. Wasn't able to get anybody there onto the defuse, or onto the plant. And also pushed out there by the Incendiary. Massive push coming in from eLevate. eLevate does not want to go down to a deficit here in this next game. Fear does trade out. We do see Gabrielos picking up a kill as well, taking down Baki. That's pretty much a squad wipe. Maito will be spawning back in, but I think Revolt has already spotted him out. Pretty much going to be game over. 24 seconds left. That bomb should be going down, leaving little to no time for eLevate to do much of anything at all. They need to get this defuse here in the next couple of seconds. Wintal does get picked up. Revolt's coming around. Can he get the two-piece? He can, finishing off Supreme. And that's going to leave it as a 2-1 going into round number 2. A fairly long round, I would have to say. And I was surprised. I was really, really surprised to see Payne dropping that first bomb. Honestly, it came down to the fact that Baki was able to single-handedly get that plant going down. I mean, he's 16-7. He's the top fragger out of the whole entire server. And watching for anybody going wide, and then one possibly going up to the middle or staying back a little further on either the mountain or long A. Pretty standard. So here are the breakouts that are going to be coming, and we shall see. Yep, there's going to be one there from eLevate, and there's the one from Payne coming up right into the bridge. Payne obviously making up to the bridge first, as we will be seeing them pretty much just playing passive. But we do have 4 players actually from Payne pushing up to the north side of the map, and eLevate might get a little bit of an advantage here to the south, as they are going to be forcing him back. I wonder who that is actually going in, and that is actually Revolts getting taken down, and this is going to be eLevate moment here to possibly even this up at a 2-2. Very early on in this game, Zig has to back on up, taking quite a bit of damage there, spawning out 2 players on top of the bridge from eLevate. And now we also have a flank coming in here as well from Payne, trying to go around the side. That's going to be Gabrielos. Can he get the kill? He does not. Goes down to Baki, or I'm sorry, to Maito. Baki picking up Jiri as well. So this is looking really good right from the start. The bomb carrier is down. We'll see if the spread is going to be coming in. Kind of curious to see if they go for A. Should be going for A. They have the majority of the players over here onto A. Big spawn coming over here to the north as well. We do see Revolts possibly setting up, just looking for information is what mostly he's going to be doing. But oh no, look at this. eLevate playing super, super passive, and this is something that really killed him on Golden Railway. You know, they played so passive, they allowed Uran to get up, I'm sorry, Payne to get up into a position to counter them. And you just can't do that. This team is too good. Payne is way too good. If you try and fight them on a fair 5v5, they're most likely going to take the win. eLevate just does not have the fraggers behind it in order to do that. So we do see Fear trying to go back and forth here. Will end up going down. Nice shot there from Jiri, but he does get the assist. So at the very least, he is down. And Maito should be able to get the revive here, and he does. Supreme is going to be back behind. Doesn't fall in. Maito missing the opportunity to get the shots in him. Will be able to pick up spawn this, but not before he takes a considerable amount of damage. And now we do see the bomb carrier for eLevate making his way over here towards that C site. Zig is going to be able to pick up that frag, no problem. It's a 2-on-4, 3. Wow, it's actually a 1-on-4. Where was his teammate? Way in the back there. So Baki may have played a little bit too aggressive there. Supreme not pushing up in time to make anything happen. He's going to be able to pick up 2. That's going to be Wintoff finally making his presence known. We are going to be seeing the bomb pretty much going back to the hands here of eLevate. Bolts with a nice kill there onto Maito. Does end up going down from a long-range shot from Fear. Zig will be back up as well, trying to stall this out, but oh my god, this bomb carrier from eLevate is doing some nasty work. That is going to be Supreme, actually. Finally does end up going down. He's 5-3. That's the Supreme that I'm used to looking at. A positive player being aggressive and pushing up. It's the Supreme that I want to see. Now the bomb in the hands of Uran will be making its way across the map. So they are going to be able to get control of mid-bridge, I would imagine, here pretty soon. Spawnus, though, taking a little bit of shots initially. Not too bad, though. But he is going to be able to get across map, I believe. Nope, he doesn't end up going down. Thought he should have been able to make it, but eLevate spawning back in at the right positions. Will be able to get the nice little head glitch positions and shots off. And you can just see one by one, Payne starting to fall. Gabrielos now the last one left, spawning all the way back at main. Let's go take a look right now at the eLevate camp. That is going to be Supreme taking the bomb over here. Actually going for that alpha site. They're being extremely aggressive there. Baki now looking to possibly cut off any kind of reinforcements coming in from B. The problem, though, with this particular map is that there are a lot of places that you can get some long-range cross shots to prevent any kind of plants going down. You can do that with either rockets, or you can do that with nades, you can do that with aces. There's a lot of cross shots coming in. You can see the rockets already being thrown out to try and throw off this bomb carrier. Still Not seeing Supreme being able to get the plant there onto Alpha. Nice pickup there from Uran. Oh, the headshot from Baki onto Gabrielis there with the Rex. Nice pickup. But the bomb is down. The bomb is down. They're going to have to make sure that they do not get the reset. Oh, what? What, Baki? Oh, my God. The snapshot there. We'll be able to take him down. And he gets the plant as well. There will be one player sitting up on top of Long A. Baki now moving on back. It's going to be 3 up right here currently for Payne. We'll see where Baki is going to be positioning himself here to make sure he can hold this off. Wintal doesn't end up going down. Supreme has to go big here, and he does. Supreme and Fear both getting kills. This could be the bomb site that ties it up here for this squad, and they absolutely need this bomb here. 100% try to take it maybe into overtime, maybe to try and take this into a eventual third map. Keep their hopes alive here in the grand finals. It does look like Baki's going to be able to pick up at least one more. Fear doesn't end up going down, but Baki is in a position to try and hold this off for a defuse. He's making his way over here towards A. There's the rocket to come in to stop it from Supreme. Fantastic job. And we are going to be seeing a 2-2 setup now into round number 2 here on Dawnbreaker. 4 minutes left in this half, and we'll see if eLevate's going to be able to hold on to this 2-2, or if Uran's going to be able to answer back. Now, we do see some map control, though, being pushed over here from eLevate, which I do like. We do see Fear back up with the ace, so he's going to be able to do some damage there as well from long range. Supreme with those rockets, he has at least 2 left. So we'll see if he's going to be saving them. Again, using that SG-553, a gun that has come into popularity here recently. eLevate doing a decent job here next to the bridge, as we do see Spawnus now coming around trying to clean it up. We'll be able to get one there with the G18. Oh my God, did eLevate completely leave this alone? They did! Oh no, eLevate completely left it alone, and Spawnus going huge there, taking down 2 players with that G18 right through the smoke. He said, you know what? We got this. We're just trying to make the game close. As they will be making their way over here towards that Charlie's site. They should be able to get, at the very least, onto a plant. In fact, they should go for Bravo. Charlie's going to be a little bit too open there for the spawns, as Spawnness is going to be setting up right now, waiting in for his players to come up. It does look like G-Re will be able to pick up at least 2. He has to go down eventually. Gabrielle is taking down Baki. That's 3 out for eLevate. Now 4. Spawn is still up and alive. We see 3 players from from Payne. God, that is killing me here. 3 players from Payne will be set up next to that bomb site. We do see a back rage potentially here, but it is spotted out. Zig taking down Maito, no problem. And eLevate, they just really don't have an answer for this, honestly. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to be able to do here. Baki will be able to pick up at least 1 there, trying to go in for the defuse. He might actually make it. We do see more spawns coming up. He could make it. He will not be able to do so. Oh my God, so close. The nades will be able to shut that down. And it's going to be all up to Maito as he does not get the bomb site defused. That will be a 7-minute and 48 plant going down for Uran. Payne. And now we are going to be seeing a 3-2 in advantage here for Payne, as they're going to be setting up. Oh my. This is the spawn trap we were talking about, guys. This is the spawn trap that we were talking about before. It is so brutal. We'll see if they're going to be able to work their way out of it. So far, it looks like they have been able to do just that. And it's going to be up to eLevate here quickly in 1 minute and 38 seconds to answer back and try and tie this up. I think they have the ability to do so. Their players have started to wake up. Wintoff 14-9, 13-8 there. But oh no, we are going to be seeing that alpha site now getting planted on. And this is not looking good whatsoever. Zig trying to stay up above, see if he can prevent any kind of defuse going down. Revolt is going to be able to get the perfect angle. Takes him out. That's going to be still a plant onto Alpha. Jiri does get picked up. Revolt finally does get taken out, and that's going to be a defuse going in on top of A. 1 minute and 4 seconds left. Basically, what we have to see right now from eLevate is a sprint towards Bravo or Charlie. They have to basically run and gun, Matrix style, all the way down, dodging bullets left and right in order to win and take this into an overtime match. And honestly, guys, I don't think they have it. They are not the one. As we do see Wintoff frantically pushing in over here towards that C side of the map. Big spawns coming up for eLevate. 33 seconds left on the board, and you do see him just lining on up. Maito has been able to pick up at least one of the frags. The bomb carry does go down for eLevate. That's 3 down now. Maito gets picked up. That's going to leave it all up to Fear, and that's going to be game, boys and girls, as Fear is in no way, shape, or form in a position to do anything at all with that bomb. It's going into the favor of Uran. Uran could actually go for a reset, and there's no possible way that we will be seeing them being able to come out. Yeah, you can see Spawnus there. He's happy. He knows he's got the win, and that is going to be it. So congratulations there, as we will